Put on the Jets, the coach regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time, be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork, fantastic. Dominating every facet.
Coach, we have a damp and rainy afternoon in the tri-state area as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to MetLife Stadium in the Garden State of New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the New York Jets. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Come on, set. Push the outlaw. 56. We go.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson rolling to his right. And he's going to keep it here. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
56.
Jackson from the shotgun. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Now Cook. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Mike, 56. 56. Here I come.
Jackson on 1st down. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 9, here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, they run with Michelle. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Switch.
Out of the gun now on third down. They'll roll him out right. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Set, ready. Pittsburgh. I know he ain't got it. Check 59.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll look to throw here. And able to find Conley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA, with a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now back to throw. And he's going to go down again. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
But enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They're going to look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010. To try again after the sack. Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
56, the mark, boy. 56. Check 56.
From the gun, Jackson. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a fourth down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, I just don't have that play on my call sheet? And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt, just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they had a long drive going last time, but it stalled out. But still, maybe something positive to carry forward from that last drive.
Well, a few different things that you carry forward. Number one, as you noted, they were moving it pretty.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Evan Ingram, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They run. Cook. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Cook. Fighting through, and he's got space. The 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown, L.A. Dalvin Cook, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michel. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run out of the gun with Michel. And an alley to run. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Michel. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. He'll set up to throw. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Evan Ingram with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jets have once again taken the lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 30, 10, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Dalvin Cook with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point good by Prater, and it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
59. I don't even know why this team showed up.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 44-yard line. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Charger drive about to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills.
Touchdown, L.A. Dalvin Cook on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. Prater for the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
14. Matt Prater is set to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. On the ground is Michel. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers 30.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 46. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Jackson now. And his throw here's incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 41 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Throwing is Jackson. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Kahale Waring, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost. So
it does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now it's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. He's going to look deep for Perriman, and that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up second and 10.
Tight down.
Now a give running right, it's Cook. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. On 2nd and goal, Jackson to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. It was Kenny Vaccaro there to get a hand on that one. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a deep.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Tyree Jackson, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Prater for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10.
At the 47-yard line.
They'll drop the throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And this a 39-yard attempt. And the kick by Butker is good. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
Let's go, Ford. Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Let's go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there. They'll run on first down. Michelle. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Caught here by Conley. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Sony Michel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going.
56. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Cook following the penalty. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, no more. Check.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson looking deep downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Here's 2nd and 8. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the former 1st-rounder Trey Waynes. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down.
Here we go. 56. Watch the slant.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On the ground, this is Michel. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Big stop, let's go. Mike, check. 59. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid.
They'll set up a throw. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. A throw over the middle taken in, and he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet 1st down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Mike 5'9". Hey, let's get this.
They'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he's got room. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. From 21 yards away, as his guys are back within a single score. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Jackson. It's Waring, the tight end, with it. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
But when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Dalvin Cook, 61 yards. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one covers 29 yards, first down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 23. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 19.
Again, it's Michel. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Sony Michel, his 2nd touchdown of the night, as his guys are back within a single score. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Things sure were looking good for them at the half. Heck, off the air, you and I were just saying they might run away with this thing and cruise to a victory. Not anymore.
Yeah, the cruise control has to be off at this point. Now you've got to mash the gas yourself. Again, who's going to step up and make a big play for you? Who's going to take care of business now that you're being pressed? It is definitely go time for them at this moment.
All of a sudden clinging to a slim lead and hoping to hold on to that lead. On 2nd and 12, Jackson. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
2nd and 10. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. On first down, Michel. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain of 22. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as the Charger drive about to get going. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 48-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson, and this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 27-yard line.
First down, Los Angeles.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock, and a tight 1-point game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range. That's Aguilar with it on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to have a 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
25, check 25, check 25.
On the carry, it's Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. tight end carry. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown puts him up 7. But now's when the fun begins, partner, because if you go ahead and kick the extra point, it's still a one-possession game. Go for 2, you might put it out of reach.
Yeah, a little decision to be made. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. And the clock will roll down to zeros. 4 weeks in, 4-0. I don't think anybody needs to alert the 72 Dolphins just yet, but great start to the season.
Great start. How about him taking a knee at the end? And there's no better feeling for a team than to do that, to close out a victory. But you're right, at 4-0, they're sending a message to the rest of the league. They're going to be tough to deal with.
Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for our visitors, hey, they finish a perfect month of